Okay, let's talk about water. I mean, if you've been on social media at all recently, you've probably seen some pretty wild claims about it, right? Whether it's drinking it super hot, ice cold, or as part of some special morning ritual, water is being sold as this ultimate cure-all. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise and figure out what's real and what's just, well, fiction.
A practice that can treat everything from constipation all the way to cancer? I mean, wow, that is a huge claim. And this idea comes from a pretty specific routine called Japanese water therapy. So, what's the deal with this? Let's dive in and see what it's actually all about.
All right, first things first, what exactly is this ritual? Because it's not as simple as just, drinking a bit more water. It's actually a super structured, really disciplined daily practice.
Okay, so here's how it goes. The moment you wake up, even before brushing your teeth, you're supposed to drink 4 to 5 glasses of room temperature water. Then you have to wait a full 45 minutes before you can even think about breakfast. But wait, it gets even more intense. Each meal you eat can only last 15 minutes, and after you're done, you can't eat or drink anything for at least 2 hours. Yeah, it's a real commitment.
So you might be asking, what's the supposed payoff for all that discipline? Well, the claims are really, really specific. They say it can fix constipation in just 10 days. High blood pressure and type 2 diabetes, give it 30 days. And they even claim it can treat cancer in 180 days. I mean, these are truly life-changing promises. Okay, so that brings us to the million-dollar question, right? Is there any actual science to back up these incredible claims? Let's dig in and separate the facts from the fiction. So, does any of it actually work? Well, it's kind of a mixed bag. The science does show that being well hydrated can definitely help with things like constipation and managing high blood pressure. But, and this is a really big but, when it comes to those huge claims about curing type 2 diabetes or cancer, there is absolutely zero scientific evidence for that. And that's a super important distinction to make. Okay, so we've established it's not some miracle cure. But hey, it's just water. Drinking a lot of it can't be bad for you, right? Well, you know that old saying about too much of a good thing? It definitely applies here. Yeah, believe it or not, you can drink too much water. It can lead to a really serious condition called water intoxication or hyponatremia. Basically, what happens is you drink so much water so fast that you dilute the salt levels in your body to a dangerous point. Now, to be clear, this is pretty rare for most healthy people, but it is a real risk. So a good, safe rule of thumb, don't drink more than about a liter, that's roughly 4 cups per hour.
All right, so the Japanese water ritual has some serious holes in it. But what about the simpler stuff we hear all the time? You've probably heard this one. What's the deal with drinking warm water? Let's tackle some of those common myths you've definitely come across. And this has to be the biggest claim of them all, right? The idea that drinking warm water, especially in the morning, will detox your body and flush out all the bad stuff. But is there actually any truth to that? So here's the reality. The whole idea of detoxing with warm water, it's pretty much a myth. See, your body already has an incredible built-in detox system, your liver and your kidneys. Staying hydrated helps them work properly, for sure, but the temperature of the water, it has absolutely no special effect. The warmth itself doesn't add any magical flushing power. Okay, what about the other big one, the holy grail of wellness claims? Can drinking warm water actually help you lose weight? A lot of people seem to think it can literally melt fat or kill your appetite. All right, let's break this down. First, the idea that warm water melts fat or magically speeds up your metabolism, that's just not true. No water, hot or cold, can do that. But there is a tiny kernel of truth in the second part. Drinking any water before a meal can help you feel fuller, which might mean you end up eating fewer calories. The key thing to remember is that it's about the volume in your stomach, not the temperature of the water. Okay, so we've busted a few myths about weird timing and special temperatures. So if the magic isn't there, what are the real scientifically proven benefits of just staying hydrated? Well, let's look at the truth. And it starts with your skin. Check out this number, 64%. That's how much of your skin is literally made of water. Just think about that for a second. It's not just in your skin, it's a fundamental part of its structure. That alone tells you how crucial hydration must be for keeping it healthy. And yeah, the science totally backs this up. There was a study back in 2007 that found drinking about 2.25 liters of water every day for a month actually altered people's skin density and thickness.
Another one from the University of Missouri showed that just drinking 500 milliliters, that's about 2 cups, increased blood flow to the skin. And dermatologists will tell you the same thing. If you don't drink enough water, your skin can look duller and wrinkles and pores can look way more prominent.
Okay, so let's put this all together. After debunking all the myths and looking at the real science, what's the simple, no-nonsense takeaway? What really works? Here's the simple truth about hydration. Number 1, being hydrated is what's key, not the water's temperature or some complicated timing. Number 2, staying hydrated supports your vital organs. We're talking your kidneys and liver so they can do their job. 3, it's great for digestion and can help prevent constipation. 4, proper hydration is absolutely essential for plump, healthy-looking skin. And maybe the most important takeaway of all, just listen to your body. If you feel thirsty, drink some water. It's usually that simple. So, at the end of the day, you can probably forget about all the complicated rituals and the endless debates about temperature. The real power of water is just in its simplicity. So, now that you know the science, what will your first glass of water look like tomorrow?